I think we're live. I think we're live. I think we're live. Should probably tweet that we're live. Yep, we're live. I know because my phone. Alright. Alright. I wanted to send out a little tweet to say that we're live, you know, to let people know that we're live. And now that we are live, at least theoretically we're live. Couple real quick things I wanted to say. First of all, the plugs. Got to give the plugs. This is going to be a very experimental stream. Nonetheless, if you like it, there's a lot of ways you can support the content. You can follow me here on Twitch. You can subscribe to me here on Twitch, would be even cooler, like with the badges and the whatnots. You can donate directly, paypal.me/superblindman, or click on the donation button on the Twitch page. You can donate to my GoFundMe, which Nightbot will send a link to once the stream is more active. No problem.
Sorry.
Once the stream is more active, Nightbot will send a link out to that. You can become a patron, which is really cool. There's a lot of perks to becoming a patron. Everything from getting a shout out on stream to literally controlling the content of a stream or series if it goes well enough. Those are the things that you can do if you're a patron. Patreon.com/superblindman for that. You can throw some bits in the chat if you like something that happens in the story today. You can throw a cheer out there. That'd be cool. Really appreciate that. I appreciate even 1 or 2 bits here and there. It's cool. It's cool. You can do all those things over and over again. You can, well, some of them. You can subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/superblindman. Follow me on Twitter @superblindman. Facebook is brandon.cole.7. And I think that covers all of those things. And while we give people a little bit of time to join, I want to talk about the origins of this this experiment that I'm doing with Choice of Magics here. The origins are basically the blog that I wrote a while back. Well, not that long ago. A couple weeks ago, actually. I wrote a blog about Choice of Games and their games and how really great they are. Like, not just for blind people. I mean, yes, for blind people because they're perfectly accessible, but not just for blind people. They're great. They're great stories in and of themselves. And the blog got a lot of attention because it was essentially a love letter to them. You know, it was a massive appreciation for the things that Choice of Games and Hosted Games have created, the worlds they've created and allowed us to interact in. Is essentially what that letter was. And part of that blog, I mentioned that I would like to see more people embrace them. I would like to see more people, you know, for a I guess I can't even say primarily, but for a developer of this kind of content, Choice of Games and Hosted Games has been very successful. They have, you know, they make sales when they release games. You know, they're not floundering. They're doing okay. But at the same time, I feel like the need for, and I kind of touch on this in the blog, but I feel the need for, you know, graphics and crazy sound effects and everything kind of overshadows the focus on an excellent story. Because I've noticed that the Choice of Game stories, the really, really good ones, the really, really, really good ones, have stories that are so interactive and so changeable, so modifiable. This is one of them, the one that we're going to play today. That the stories themselves trump any other choice-based video game on the market. Nothing compares to these as far as, like you look at Telltale, rest in peace, Telltale. That's very sad. But you look at their games, which are based on player choice and affecting your game because of the choices you make. And mostly you end up with a series of choices that will affect the intermediate game but not the end so much. Like it's usually one or two endings for Telltale games, and you're done. That's basically it. That's basically it. It boils down to one or two endings. But this there's so much interactivity, and it's so much more than that. Your choices really do matter. They really do affect the overall outcome of the story. This game alone, I've played this particular game 2 full times, and I'm working on the third run through as well. And each time has been completely different from every other time, because I made different choices and had different stats. And that's the thing. So that brings us to today. I wanted to try this thing today because I think it can work. And I think people will be interested in it. I have generated interest in it, which is good, because last time I kind of sprung it on people as a surprise, and that didn't work out so well. But yeah. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to essentially read the story to you, and for those who are excited, you should be able to see it on screen. Hopefully you can, if this is all working correctly. And we're going to come to the choices, and I'm going to allow the audience to make those choices. If the audience doesn't make the choice that is available to make within about a minute or so, I will make the choice myself, because I'm going to proceed with this stream whether you guys have made the choices or not. Like, it's going to happen no matter what. This is going to be a full stream. It's going to be my full up to 6:30 stream. So there will be story here no matter what happens. But I would like, my goal here is participation. My goal is discussion. My goal is all the things, you know. Also, an additional little note here: if at any time someone in the audience wants to look at the character's stats, just let me know and we'll take a look at the stats, because sometimes you may want to do that because the stats you have could influence the choices you make. You may not want to make a choice if our stats are not aligned with it, because we may not succeed at that choice if we make the wrong decision. So that's how it's going to work. Let's see. Let me just double, triple, quadruple check. Oh, look, wait a minute. Wait a minute, we have really cool people all up in here. I feel like we have like really super important people in the stream right now, because Rachel Lee Towers refers to we get a lot of complaints when our games are mixed in with more graphical games. That tells me that this person is exactly the kind of person that I want in this stream chat. So welcome to the stream chat. Also, Sturlock, I see you're in here too. Welcome to the stream chat. We already have people. This is already different than the last stream. We had a grand total of 5 people the last time I tried this, but they were all lurkers. None of them said a word. 5 people. No one said anything. All right. Man. Okay. Well, let's start then. We're going to do this together. And I believe that I know that some people are interested in doing this that aren't here yet, but they will be here in the later part of the stream. We're going to do this for now. I really wish there was a way, like, I don't fault the developers for this, but I really wish there was a way to transfer all your iOS purchases to the online website, because I've purchased perhaps every single Choice of Games game ever created. And, well, maybe not all of them, but most of them. And, it would be more convenient that way. But it is what it is. Alright. We begin! Choice of Magics. Don't worry, the synthesizer will not be reading to you the whole time. It'll be me. I'm using a braille display to do that, so... I may not be the best narrator ever crafted by Cybernetics International, but I will do the best I can. There are achievements. Yes, there are achievements. Him. Chapter 1. The Lost Academy. You push yourself out the window of an ancient classroom, clutching a musty tome of vivimancy magic, and land with a roll on the cobblestone path below. I'm great at this. Above you, it seems to be night, and you're momentarily confused. How are you seeing stars when stars have been obscured by clouds for over 2,000 years? But then you realize the twinkling lights must be flecks of quartz in the rocky ceiling above, reflecting the light of the magical street lamps below. Those street lamps continued to shine even when the neighbor's magic pulled this academy underground. They shone underground, while above ground, Abraxas walked the earth and declared that magic was forbidden. What kind of butthole is Abraxas? No. They illuminated this ancient place of learning, while everywhere else, wizards were put to the sword. You still can't believe your luck in finding this academy before the church did. When you and Tal began following her bounty, a great burrowing worm, you had no idea it would burrow all the way to this sunken academy and its long-buried treasures. Tal slew the worm, and its final thrashes collapsed the tunnel behind you. But apparently not before an inquisitor followed you inside as well. He must have been shadowing you until you got your hands on this tome of magic, whereupon he shouted that you were under arrest, and here you are, more or less. You have no idea how the Inquisitor found you in the first place. Sometimes the Church has an uncanny knack for knowing things. You're not a wizard yet, but you're not sure the Inquisitor cares about this technicality. He probably wants you dead. That's good. Tal prepares to jump from the same second-floor window you did. Her fingers move to her eye patch as if she's worried she will misjudge the distance. She hesitates a moment too long, and the Inquisitor's crossbow bolt lodges itself in her leg. Tal grunts in pain, leaps forward with her good leg, and lands ungracefully, faltering because of the wound. I can imagine the sound effect right now. Are you alright? You ask her. Meh. Gritting her teeth, Tal jerks the bolt out from between the pieces of her black leather armor, ignoring the trickle of blood that results. I'm fine, but I might have a little trouble climbing up to that open window over there. Which is too bad, because it seems like our best escape route. She nods to the tome in your hands. Anything in there that can help? I'm certain of it, you say eagerly. You open up... Oh, but here we go. Profata Vivamantica, or Introduction to Vivamancy. The tome that you managed to... Wait, I might have read that wrong. The tome that you managed... Oh, yeah. Okay. The tome that you managed to peruse a bit before the Inquisitor showed up. You recall the warning in the book's preface. The magic of life may have unintended consequences. Well, isn't that true of everything in life? Alright, we now come to our first set of choices, audience. Viewing audience, here's our first set of choices. We can, number 1, heal Tal's leg so we can keep running to the ancient dueling ground ahead, where we can make our stand. Next choice. Sprout wings and carry Tal to a high dorm window where something's glittering. Or choice 3. Part the wooden wall of the building next to us, dash inside, and reseal the wall. Now, audience, these are your choices. The idea is they're not my choices. They're your choices. Thank you, Rachel Lee Towers, for utterly confirming my belief that you are, in fact, representing Choice of Games. You're awesome. Thanks for joining in the stream. Really, seriously, thanks. Secondly, thanks also for planning that. Because it may be... this is something that I would like to do on the regular, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to I would love to do this for interested audiences. Like I said, I know I'm not a world-class narrator, but, you know, I try. So, audience, what do you think? Yeah? Yeah? Your choices. Yours. We can heal her leg, we can create wings and fly up, or we could just open the wall up and seal it back up. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Sturlock made a choice. Okay. We're going to be kind and heal her leg. Now, actually, it's interesting you say that, Sturlock, because I actually know already what the next question is. I'm going to ask it anyway, but I know what the next question is. And it's your choice of words is interesting. All right. I'll get to it in a second. All right, heal Tao's leg. Next button. Hit him. I can heal you, you say to Tao. Hang on. You listen to the sounds of nature about you, and feel the invisible strands that connect you to everything. Wait, you're going to magic me? You distantly hear Tao say, but the roar of life in your ears quickly drowns her out. You thrust a hand toward the ground, and draw on the power of life. The smell of fresh-cut grass fills your nose as you embrace the power of vivimancy. You murmur the words of power from your book, and beams of light shoot from your hand to the ground, illuminating tiny living motes that swim through the air toward your hand. When your hand feels warm enough, you clap it to Tao's leg, startling her, and push the magical power into her. Tao remains stiff as the power flows to her. When you withdraw your hand, it is wet with her blood, and you worry that you stopped too soon. But parting her leather armor pieces and the torn fabric beneath, or underneath, not that really matters, reveals that the wound has closed entirely. You gained vivimancy. Now this game does present a choice. In the future, do you want to know when your skills change, as with this mention of gaining vivimancy? I'm going to go ahead and just automatically say yes to that, because I feel like there's no reason not to say yes to that. Especially because we're doing this together. I think it's important to know when the stats change. And as I said before, no problem. As I said before, anytime you guys want to look at the character stats, we will look at them, because again, that may influence your choices. So, bloop, bloop, bloop. You did it, Tal says, awed. You then feel a slight queasiness. Apparently, some of your own life force powered the spell. Somehow, you had hoped the unpredictability of vivimancy would be more whimsical. Are you alright? Are you alright? Tal asks. You look a little unsteady. Increased Tal relationship. Okay, so basically, by healing her, and by looking unsteady, by looking all unhealthy because of the spell, it increased our relationship with her. I'm fine, you say. Come on, let's keep moving. Why did you choose to heal... Oh, yeah, this is the question. This is the interesting question. It's funny that Sturlock chose his choice of words. Why did you choose to heal Tal for your first spell? So, this is one of those questions, and I say this for those who may not be familiar with choice of games out there, if they listen to this later or whatever. This is one of those questions where the game is trying to determine what your character is like. How to mold your stats to your character. So your choices are, I didn't want to see her in pain. That's choice 1. Choice 2 is, I thought it would prove useful to have her healed. Or choice 3, I thought she'd be grateful and perhaps repay the gratitude. So what's the motivation? What's my motivation, man? If I'm gonna be in this production, I need to know my motivation. Hey, there's Nightbot. Nightbot! Yeah, definitely choice 1. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I'm just saying, the choices were there, so I wanted to present them to you, just in case someone had a different opinion. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree that was your motivation, Sturlock. But I think the fair thing to do in all these situations, since there was a choice, I feel like presenting it would be the right call. So let's do that. Didn't want to see her in pain. Next. Funny thing is, we are now at the exact point where I ended the first stream, which had no participation, and the exact same choices have been made so far. Alright. You realize now you should have asked permission before healing Tal, but you couldn't help it. It just didn't... Oh, you just didn't want to see her in pain. Did I miss something? Yes, increased empathy. So our empathy stat has increased because of that. You and Tal run across the grass until you come to a circular plaza made of obsidian. Here, there are two long-dead skeletons. One, who fell at the edge of the obsidian, wears a crisp navy duelist's uniform with gold epaulets. No doubt preserved by magic. The skull is missing. The other skeleton wears black robes and has fallen on the grass just next to the first skeleton. You inspect the two skeletons for any weapons you could use in a fight against the Inquisitor. In the pocket of the black-robed one, you find a note with the following words. Glamour. Philotia omnis. I'm probably doing this really terribly, and I apologize for that. Cleos venum. Negation. Nilo, or Nihilo, if you want to pronounce it like that. You're in luck. This student was apparently going to cheat the duel by using glamour magic to convince the enemy not to attack, followed by negation magic to blow the opponent's head off. And they've left you the cheat sheet for the magic words. You gather from the skeleton's poses that the obsidian must be anti-magic. The black-robed student ran off it, and the duelist student followed, only to have his or her head disintegrated. Perhaps the duelist managed to resist the glamour and run the cheater through. But with what? Inspecting the duelist skeleton, you realize your luck is even better. In its hand is a black cylinder. You pick it up and urge a blade to appear. A 3-foot-long cylindrical blade of bright blue light appears and emits a faint hum. You experimentally wave it around. And this is funny, guys. It goes whoom, whoom. You know why? Because it's a lightsaber! I'm just saying.
It's silly,
it's a lightsaber. But, not in this universe. It's a Lux Gladius. An ancient sword of light. Gained fighting. So we actually gained a fighting skill just for finding that. Your dream has always been to be a wizard, not a duelist. But glamour magic is always accompanied by a slow deterioration of health, known as rot. While negation magic leaves behind deadly clouds and may disturb the dark sun in ways you don't understand. And who knows what vivimancy may lead to. This, on the other hand, is inarguably a fine weapon. Wow, Tall says admiringly. Hey, here he comes. You know how to use that thing? Here are our choices. Choice 1. Nope. Give Tal the Lux Gladius, but try to use glamour magic to get the Inquisitor to leave peacefully. That's choice 1. Choice 2. Don't need it. Give Tal the Lux Gladius and cast a bolt of negation magic at the Inquisitor. And choice 3. Yell. Everything I need to know. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is what you're saying to Tal. Yell everything I need to know. I'm listening. Charge the Inquisitor with the Lux Gladius. 3 of 3. Alright, so we can The two of the three choices are giving the Lux Gladius to Tal. One of them uses glamour magic, the other uses negation magic. The third choice is to use it ourselves. Now we do have a little bit of fighting skill, so we could probably accomplish this. So it's really an open decision. Raise thy shovel. Raise thy shovel. So what do you guys think? Glamour magic, negation magic, or use the weapon ourselves? Remember the side effects of both. Glamour magic causes a slow rot. Negation magic creates little death clouds, negative clouds, in the area. So it's an interesting choice. Oh no! We have options, and they're going to affect the story. Ah! Ooh! Sturlock goes for the Jedi route. I mean, the Lux Gladius route. Sorry. I love the story. I do, but it's a lightsaber. Also, we should probably close that window. What do you think?
Yeah, just like WoW has Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a freaking lightsaber.
I got a rat today. No, mouse. Mouse. I got a mouse. There's a mouse today.
Yeah.
Wow, Pokemon.
Wow, Pokemon! That sounds like a very Japanese name. Wow, Pokemon! Alright, so we're going to use the Lux Gladius ourselves. Now, fun fact, I've never done this. Alright. Next, bouton.
What?
Wait, what? Tal says as you run and charge the Inquisitor. I didn't miss it. No, I didn't. It was a blank line as far as the Brothers play is concerned. Seizing your sword of light, the Inquisitor panics and runs from you. What? Really? The Inquisitor panics and runs from you. Let him go, Tal cries. Oh, let him go, Tal cries. We don't need to be Inquisitor murderers. We really don't. Okay, that already leads us to another choice. What kind of person are we? Kill the Inquisitor. If he's alive, he could report back. That's choice 1 of 3. Let him run away, as Tal suggests, is choice 2. Or, we may as well talk to him, cast a glamour spell, and order him to come back. Ooh. What do you think? Sword Mage! I like it. Sword Mage for the win.
Who said that?
Rachel Lee Towers. Sword Mage for the win.
I usually like a battle mage myself.
Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with it. I've never done it, so I'm interested in seeing it. Use Glamour and talk to him. Okay. Alright.
That's interesting.
Use Glamour and talk to him. Okay.
Who made that choice?
That would be the Noble Sturlock, who is the only one who's made choices so far.
It's like, let's not kill him, let's go talk to him. He's been chasing us the whole freaking game so far, but, you know.
Alright, we may as well talk to him. We'll cast a
We
glamour
might
spell.
value more information.
Yep, okay. Okay, you say. You try using the glamour spell that you found on the student, and after a few tries, manage to find the energy within yourself to power the spell. Oh, but here we go. Phalatia omnis! Cleos venum! It's probably way off, but there you go. The Inquisitor stops running and turns around. The Inquisitor seems unable to look away from you. Beneath his handlebar mustache, his mouth parts in awe. Wow, look at that. Please don't try to harm us, you tell him. And he nods slightly. Gained glamour, so we gained skill in the glamour ability. You spare a glance for Tal. Though she had drawn her sword, she warily sheathes it now. I am so sorry to intrude, says the Inquisitor. If there is anything I can do to make it up to you... Oh, look at this guy. Were you sent specifically to catch us? You ask the Inquisitor. And did you know about this place? The Inquisitor shakes his head. The Hierophant had a vision of you exposing this place, and thought it was the beginning of something important. Nobody knew who you were. I was just told to try to uncover this old academy, or wait for you to show up. Whichever came first. I was digging... I was digging for a month with no progress. With no progress on the other side of the ridge until you showed up, chasing that tunneling worm. So I appreciate the relief. His look grows darker. But magic is forbidden. If the Hierophant knew you were a wizard, she'd have ordered you captured like anybody else. There we go. I had a notification. It was in my way. When Inquisitors capture magic users or shapeshifters, those people are typically never heard from again. Most people assume they're quietly executed. The Church's official line is that they will administer justice, as is their duty to the kingdom and the laws on the books. Certainly. Let me just make sure I have that right. As is their duty to the kingdom, and the laws on the books certainly dictate death for wizards and shapeshifters. I missed a comma. Hierophant Elizabeth is known to be quite by the book. If anything you've heard about her is true, you doubt she would make any kind of exception for you just because of an intriguing vision. But you decide to ask the Inquisitor's opinion. If you did capture me, would I be executed? You ask. Inquisitors just deliver the wizards, the Inquisitor says. But I think so. He doesn't know. Interesting. Well, I have new instructions for you, you say. And you get to choose what the instructions are. Number 1, have him explore ahead and fight any monsters he encounters. This is choice 1 of 4. There are 4 choices this time. Choice 2, have him leave and never report what he's seen here. Choice 3, take his stuff, tie him up, and come back for him later. Or choice 4, have him sit still so I can practice turning people into tortoises. That is really a choice. Boom shakalaka. So, the Inquisitor does not know whether you'll be executed, but he thinks you will, if he were to capture you. Obviously, that's not going to happen because we, have control over him. But it's interesting to note that he does not know what will happen to you. He just captures the wizards, and that's what his job is. So, what shall we do with this? Indeed, I agree. Interesting set of choices here. We could have him scout ahead and fight for us. We could tie him up and take his stuff. We could have him sit still so we could practice turning him into a tortoise for some reason. Or or we could just have him go back and report that he never saw anything. The choice is yours. Also, where's my tea? I would like some tea.
To your left.
Oh, my tea is right.
No.
Right there. Aha! Aha! I've located my tea! This is good. Tea is good.
Oh, I think you have a new Patreon, by the way.
Do I?
I believe so.
Ooh.
Tori said she did something.
Ooh. Yep. Ah, that's so cool. Do $10 patron too. That means I have to write her a poem at the beginning of the month. That's cool. That's cool, man. I'll do it. I said I would, and I will. Alright. We'll have him go back and report he didn't see a thing.
Do you want a handful of popcorn real quick?
Yeah, you know what? Popcorn break, yo.
Popcorn break!
Popcorn break.
Popcorn, everybody.
popcorn break for her as well, apparently.
Well, I ate mine trying to figure out what to do with yours. Because I was going to hold it for you.
Yep.
I think if I'll eat popcorn and stew, it's not that bad.
Nope. There are worse.
Yep. Diet popcorn.
That's what I'm talking about, son. Alright.
Make sure you drink something before you start reading again. Make sure you drink something before you start reading again.
Good call.
You will choke.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have tremendous blueberry tea. That's what we're going with today. Alright.
I feel like he always goes wet.
It is.
Don't let him fool you. The tea connoisseur in this house is me.
Yes. But she has discovered the blueberry tea, which is now my favorite. So we're having him leave and not report anything he's seen here. So... Oh, no, there was nothing there. Ma'am, I know you saw this vision, but, no, there's nothing. It's cool. It's cool. No, I want to see how that plays out, so let's... let's do it. Alright, here we go. Alright. You have stumbled upon a very important secret mission. You tell the Inquisitor. You must leave this place and never report it to anyone. Not even the Hierophant.
Nietzsche's like, okay, and runs away.
Oh, says the Inquisitor, bowing low. Wait, I feel like I missed something. No, I didn't. Bowing low in obeisance. I thought, wouldn't... Okay, sure. In obeisance. I've never seen that. I've never seen that word ever. Like, I thought the proper word there was obedience, but what do I know? Alright. So very sorry. I shall leave post-haste. I love this. Alright. He hurries off in the direction he came. Are you sure he's not going to report us? Tal asks. You shrug.
Nah.
No, but the other option just seemed cruel. Increased empathy. So Sturlock, you have once again increased our empathy.
Our character is very empathetic.
So far, yeah. You do worry that you may see more Inquisitors when you return to Akraton. Yeah, Akraton. Yeah. I'm not wrong. But you suppose you'll deal with that problem when you're above ground. Oh, and then we have to hit the next button. Next, a button. With the Inquisitor dealt with... Be quiet, Jaws. With the Inquisitor dealt with, you return your attention to the skeletons. You could wear their clothing if you like. The duelist uniform or the black robes. They might be magical. But first, you consider whether you prefer your current appearance. What do you look like? Yes, the audience gets to choose this as well. What does our character look like in this game? This does, by the way, affect some of your stats. So it is interesting. It is a choice that does matter, even if you think it might not. So, choice 1 is bookish and spectacled. Choice 2 is rugged and adventurous. Choice 3 is a snappy dresser, popular about town. Or choice 4 is I dress all in black. So how does our character look? Yeah, okay. I mean, I've just never seen it before. I mean, I'm all for new words. I like new words. I like vocabularies. I mean, I'm a reader, so, you know, I always appreciate new things.
Did you say you like big words?
I like words.
You like big words and you can't lie.
Because this, so Rachel Lee Towers posted the definition of obeisance in the chat. I was like, yeah, I like words.
Dude, I'm a lit major and I haven't seen that.
I've never seen it before. I wasn't hating on it.
I mean, I wasn't saying it wasn't a word, but I was like, whoa.
Blueberry.
Ah, cool.
So
Learning stuff.
going for the battle mage archetype, so we're going with rugged and adventurous. Okay.
Rugged and adventurous. Are you gonna get the girl, Sherlock? Are you gonna get the girl?
Actually, you can.
I know.
You can get several girls or boys if you want.
He gonna get all the girls.
You can get guys too if you're.
He'll get all of them.
You're not prohibited in this game.
Actually, if you can romance it, Sherlock will
right. In most of these games, you're not prohibited at all. Actually, I don't think I've seen one where you are prohibited. So.
Cool.
All right, rugged and adventurous is what we're going with. You're rugged and adventurous. Oh yeah. All right. I like how it kind of gives you a background for that. You and Tal have been hiking together and fighting the monsters of the countryside since you were young. Gained fighting. See, that, like I said, your looks influence your stats. You now have another fighting stat to our name. Your arms are well muscled, and your mud-spattered leather armor has seen better days. Gained fighting again. What else is remarkable about your appearance? Choice 1. I've been told I'm quite good looking. 1 of 4. Choice 2. My beard is enormous. 2 of 4. Choice 3. My head is shaved, and my scalp has some intimidating tattoos. Choice 3 of 4. Or, choice 4. I almost never cut my hair. It comes down to my ankles. Wow! That's some hair! Who has hair that long? That is disturbing.
Apparently my MacBook did.
Oh, it did?
It did.
It did. You probably should, cast some vivimancy magic to bring it back to life.
That's what the charger's for.
Oh, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Just isn't working. I'm really good at plugging things in, guys, just so you know. Really good at it.
Live. It lives.
You want to go with the epic beard. Okay. The epic beard it will be. My beard is enormous. Yes.
Ginormous beard, man. You look like a hermit.
Alright. You look like a hermit with a scraggly beard that comes down to your collarbone. Oh my god, I could never. Your beard is constantly collecting crumbs and knots. You had thought...
Dude, trim that shit.
Right? Seriously, bro? I have to wait for a notification to go away now.
Go away notification.
Stupid notifications. You had thought it was merely a cosmetic decision, or lack of one, until you felt power coursing through your beard with your vivimancy spell.
Beard power.
Now you think it might serve as an extra reservoir of living power.
Wow. Perhaps
that's why so many of the wizards of old sported great beards or long hair.
That's interesting.
Gained vivimancy. Look at that. Beard power.
Beard power.
Hashtag. We should start a hashtag for this stream. The live with Choice of Games hashtag beard power. Alright. Okay, now this is kind of where you choose your gender identification. And what sort of pronouns and nouns do you prefer? Or why the royal titles? Why the royal titles? No reason. Oh, okay, sure. So the choices are they, them, their, person, monarch. Oh, I see. Why the royal titles? No reason. It's basically the author making a joke. I see. I understand. Or she, her. This is weirdly broken up. Woman queen, I guess is the. Yeah, it's her twice. That's what I was noticing. It seemed weird to me. So she, her, woman queen is the second choice, and then he, him, his, man, king is the pronoun selection. So essentially, it's gender identification. You can choose to be non-gender specific, or you can choose to be a man or woman. And again, every choice goes to the audience, so you can do whatever you want. Yes, until Rachel Lee Towers, until the very end, where there's a massive plot twist and we turn out to be cruel all along, and we just destroy the world. That's what we're gonna do. No, I was kidding. It's all up to the audience, but wouldn't that be fun? Destroying the world, yes. No. Let's be a dude! Alright, gonna be a dude. Alright, that would be choice 3. Choice 3 of 3. Okay. You take the black robes and the duelist uniform from the skeletons. What did you want to wear? Now this matters too, believe it or not. Alright, so your choices are my leather armor, which gives you a plus to fighting, 1 of 3. Choice 2, my duelist uniform, plus to charisma, 2 of 3. Choice 3, my black robes, plus to subtlety, plus to negation. So while the black robes give you 2 things, one of them is negation. How much do we want to rely on negation magic? You know, that's part of the question here. Also, again, if at any point you want to, guys, we can look at the stats. I can pull up the stats page and go through that real quick. Oh, Nightbot, always so supportive. What would I do without you, little robot? You type it all out yourself? Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's look at stats. Okay, I figured it was about that time because you want to know where your pluses are going to and how you want to lay yourself out. So let's take a look at what we have. As yet nameless protagonist. All right. Okay, so we have everything. This stats breakdown. So I will say this: not every game has the stats screen broken down the same way. Authors have a lot of choice when it comes to how they want the appearance of this to look. So far we have a rugged, adventurous man with an enormous beard, wearing leather armor. Magic. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, these are going to be. So it looks like these are as difficult to. Well, actually, wait, maybe not. Hang on. Okay, yeah, no, I can read them. Okay, so interestingly, on the iOS app, the magic stats, how skilled you are with each type of magic, is actually can't be read. Like the voiceover doesn't see it. It says the names of the magic types, but it does not say your stat in them. I don't know why that is, but I can read them here, so that's fine. So, negation. Currently, we have 0 stat at all with negation. Automation is another magic type. We have 0 stats with that. Glamour, we have 0. We have 1 glamour. Divination, we have 0. Vivimancy, we have 2. And then our skills. We break down our skills. Ancient history. No outlook. Bad outlook. Go away. Go away.
Close your email.
That's really good. Well, actually, I think the notifications will come up anyway because Cortana, man. Yeah. All right. Ancient history. I believe that is 0. Ancient history is a 0. Fighting is currently at 6. which is excellent. And remember, we're getting the plus from leather armor for the fighting. So if we swap that out, it goes down to 5. 5 is still fine. It's better than ancient history, but so 6 is excellent for fighting. Subtlety is 1 right now. That's considered bad. Charisma is 1, also considered bad. And personality. Optimism, we're at 50%. And humor, we're also at 50%. Oh, caution, we're at 50%. So optimism and caution are on the same slider, you could say. So if one of them goes up, the other one goes down. So optimism and caution, we're at 50% for both. Humor, we're at 50%. Solemnity, we're at 50%. So we have no pluses or minuses to humor or solemnity. Empathy, we're at 61%, which means calculation is at 39%. So they're on the same slider. Relationships. Tal, we're at 55%. Good. With the church, we have a 50% relationship. Fine. And there's undiscovered relationships which become clearer in the story. The kingdom, admiration, 50%. Vilification, 50%. So we're not a villain, we're not admired there, because it's just average. Current inventory is gold. We have 100 gold. We do have the blue Lux Gladius for our sword. And we have no students. No comment there yet. Pets, we have none. No comment there yet. The dead. Yes, you can look at who has died so far. Nobody yet. And this one actually does something else that a lot of games don't do. Plot points. So it goes through the story so far. You and Tal stumbled on an ancient magic academy. You discovered a book of vivimancy, and an inquisitor chased you. You found an ancient dueling ground. You glamored yourself and ordered the inquisitor to leave and never report you. And that's all for your stats screen. So that's the stats screen, folks. Turn to the game. Alright, so again, the leather armor is what gives us that plus to fighting. So if we remove the armor, it'll be 5. We have no charisma. Well, we have 1 charisma, we have 1 subtlety. So we could use both of those things, but I can understand the urge to keep the fighting stat too at 6, which it currently is at. Sherlock, I will tell you this right now. There is a reason I chose this one as the first one. Okay. Best. I will not say best just yet. I feel like it's so good that I feel like I need to play other ones again to decide their rank. You know what I'm saying? Like, this one is really, really, really good, but there are other really, really, really good ones out there too. Like, this is not the only really, really good one, and the ones that I plan on doing on stream are the other really good ones that I think are good anyway. Alright, so we're going to keep the leather armor then. Remember, the actual choice was what are we wearing. So, leather armor that gives us the plus to fighting. Alright, so it'd be... Oops. There we go. Boom shakalaka! Alright, you decide your leather armor will continue to serve your purposes just fine. Tal says, I like your usual look best too. You aren't certain whether she's only complimenting you because of the glamour. Oh yeah, because of the glamour. Remember, you glamored yourself for the Inquisitor. I like your usual look best too. I wonder, is it because of the glamour? Tal herself never puts much effort into her own appearance. Her hair turned silvery gray at a young age, and she refused to dye it. She keeps it in a short ponytail, probably looping it off with a sword when it gets too long. Sorry, lopping it off with a sword when it gets too long. Wow, sorry about that. Her pronounced cheekbones have a few scars from fights with monsters, but she has never applied any cosmetics to conceal them. You're not even certain a dress has ever graced her wiry frame. You know that Tal could put more effort into her appearance, but you're also fairly sure she doesn't give a damn. Maybe Tal figures her appearance is a lost cause since she has to wear an eye patch. Yeah, remember the eye patch was mentioned earlier when she was injured. You think she'd be wrong about that, but wait. You think she'd be wrong about that, but you don't talk about it. How does it feel to get compliments from Tal? So this is basically deciding how you feel how the Tal relationship should go. Choice 1 is, I'm always interested in getting compliments from ladies. 1 of 5. Alright. Choice 2, I'm used to having Tal check my appearance before a date with a guy. So basically it's also choosing your orientation. I'm interested in getting romantic attention from anyone. 3 of 5. I have no use for romantic attention of any kind. 4 of 5. Or I don't ever want to have sex, but I might want to go on dates. So basically, yeah, I was actually wrong about this. This is actually just your orientation question. It's not anything to do with Tal specifically. It's basically how you're reacting to a female giving you compliments by setting your orientation now. So we got we're going fighting. We done did that. Now we gotta do this here thing. Let's just keep going with fighting, Sister Locke. More blueberry. Alright, choice 1 it is, sir. You're the only one making choices right now, so hey, you make all of them. There we go. So our dude is interested in the ladies. The ladies. Alright. Tal has always been a good friend who gives you sartorial advice. that's cool. I didn't. Wait. Hold up. I don't think I made the wrong choice, did I? Yeah, okay. Okay. You often wonder whether there could be something between you, but so far, you've always just been good friends. Alright, so next, Buton. Following the building on your right, you go farther down the green until you encounter a small door labeled Bibliovoltus. Bibliovoltus Curatoris. Library staff. Got it. Yes. Could have just said library staff. Library. You try the door, but it's locked. Seeing a reasonable solution, you fire up your Lux Gladius and slice through the door. The door hinges and lock. The heated metal, glowing orange, drips down and becomes unusable. Ha ha. See? Already having that sword has helped us out. Then Tal gives the door a good solid kick, and it falls down with a bang. The staff room is dark, but full of twinkling little eyes. Ooh, oh no. Oh no, guys, what have we done? Descend